What's up, guys? Today we are covering TheMista's new English build order video. A lot of people obviously do the 222 farm build that was pioneered a little ways back, has that efficient farming eco, but some of you might want to actually have a little bit of a faster age feudal timing, still get some farms in the mix, still get a good economy behind this, and not be behind like you might think you were at one sense with the old English build. So this is TheMista. You know he thinks about these builds, he practices these, he fine-tunes these. So how is he going to utilize this and turn this into an advantage? Right off the bat, first 7 are all onto the sheep. Yes, sheep as the English. You're going heavy onto the sheep. You can opt for 1 scout or 2. In this game, he goes for the 1 scout build. It is all up to you. It's really, all personal preference. Do you want to have extra vision on the map? Do you want to have a quicker feudal timing? Are you looking to actually pressure in feudal? Or are you just looking to get a faster timing to potentially scare your opponent and transition it into something else? 8 onto the sheep now. Next villager moves out to build the mining camp. One of those villagers did end up building a house right on next to it. Save time. You don't go too far away to build the house. He just built it nice and close. He'll still be able to have multiple spots to have some nice safe farming. Next build goes on to the gold up to 4.
Done.
So continuing to scout around, gather the sheep out on the map, obviously, bring those back. Make sure you don't idle your economy since you are on the sheep and you're only going 1 scout or potentially 2, that you make sure to drop on a couple back. If you notice early on, he put the 4th sheep and made the 4th sheep come back. That caused him not to idle earlier on, and he is already ready to bring back a couple more. 4th villager going out onto the gold, and he will rotate over to the wood line now in just a few, I'm sure. And, ooh, actually, opting for an extra villager onto the food here. Nope, onto the wood line. So I was correct the first time, so ignore that. Going onto the wood line, so 804 going onto the wood line. Building that lumber camp, and we'll start gathering up that food. With the next Vill drop-off, he actually has enough to age up. He actually could have forced dropped off here and started the age up process sooner if he would like to. He doesn't really need that 29 extra gold, so you can actually get this landmark down a couple seconds earlier. But building it up with 4 of your gold bills, and at the same time, you pull 3 bills off of your sheep. You still leave 5 on your sheep, and you go over to the wood line. We actually see that he has pulled 1 off of the sheep and building a mill. So just how I mentioned, he might not have those farms out on the dark age very, very early, but he is already grabbing that mill, getting that mill up, which you know that means farms will be soon to follow. The 4 vills onto the food is more than enough to continually have your food economy behind this, keep producing vills, and you will eventually, in a sec, as you see, start getting more farms in the mix. At 6 vills onto wood, he pulled 1 back to the food, so he's at 5 and 6 on to food and wood, and now 6-6. So a good little balance here with 6 onto food, 6 onto the wood line. He has built his first farm. He has enough for the next farm, and will he opt to start pulling these vills off to the farms just like we would expect it with the old build? I believe so, but not too heavy because he still wants to be able to potentially produce archers out, but more importantly, if he spots out a stables or anything of that sort, he will need to build a barracks ahead of time and have that wood ready. Swaps back over to the wood line now. And another vill onto the farm. So he has 7 on food and 7 on wood. So keeping that balance for now, but I believe he will start going a little bit heavier onto the wood now. He has built 2 farms once Feudal Age hits. Feudal Age hit at 419. He's got 2 longbows in production, 2 farms, and the key there that you'll notice is 2 of the vills that were on the landmark went back to gold, and the other 2 went all the way to the wood line. So still 7 onto the food. about to be 8 now, actually. So builds up another farm, and now continuing to go over to the wood, and every now and then he will build a farm, but mainly look at the longbow production. He is maintaining constant longbow production. There was no need for the stables early on, or for the barracks early on, because there was no stable spot, and this is now a quick feudal age timing. He's able to turn this into full feudal age aggression if he so desires. He's got a slow gold trickle to be a trickle to be able to get wheelbarrow, or potentially to be able to drop a blacksmith and get those upgrades depending on how you see the game going. Barracks drop, just how I mentioned. So even though there hasn't been a stables yet, he wants to get the barracks in production just in case. He can always swap on the man-at-arms as well if he so desires, but the spearmen will be necessary almost in every single matchup with these longbows as the English. And so from here, obviously, it's going to be a lot different from what you do based off the matchup. Do you need to eco boom behind this? Do you need to go full all out production at where, a couple spearmen are coming in the mix. Longbows are now forward, able to deny some damage, deny the tower. Couple longbows, and this will force a very hard time for the Mongols, but it also will force a hard time for some other civilizations as well. Getting longbows forward that early, spears in the mix, healthy economy behind this. You're still onto some farms early. You're not crazy onto the farms, and then as you see, as you have the wood, you can continually pull, build in more of these farms, and then all of a sudden you will have a full set of farms, be able to fully eco boom out of this with non-stop production of spearmen longbows if that's your desire to finish this in feudal age. And if you do want to finish this in feudal age, build a blacksmith, get your eco techs there so your siege engineering or your longbows can start doing damage with steeled arrow or iron undermesh if a ton of archers are coming out on the other side. Full set of farms. It is now 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Mista has a full set of farms. He has tons of longbows out on the map. He has spearmen in production, and he has nice economy behind this. Doesn't yet have any of the eco techs yet, but he does have the gold to get some of those now if he wants. And wheelbarrow now begins. So there you go. That's really the build order there. There could be some slight differences early on, but this is just shows you that early feudal age build. Now that if you want, hey, an updated feudal age build for English, now you have that. If you want the slower farm build, you still can go ahead and utilize that as well. So really giving you a couple different options and opportunities there moving forward. Let me know down below. Comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what else you'd like to see or what improvements might be able to be made in this build order. And I'll try to forward that along to Mista.